Okay, so this is a little video that is another maybe 125 things I swore that I would never do. That's being in parenting and in being in this business, is that I said that I would never do a video. So I'm one step away from going live. But what I wanted to do was bust a few myths, because I have wanted to do this video for quite a while, but I keep thinking, do it when you've got your hair done, or do it when you've got makeup on, but the fact of the matter is that this is how I look every day, because I go to the gym most days. So there was never a good time for me to do it. And I have actually been to the gym today, so whatever, I look like crap. But what prompted me to do it today was that two of the girls in our team are over at our convention in New Orleans, which is a huge, big deal. Which is a huge, big deal for Rodan and Fields, and for them, and for our team. What I wanted to make this video about was to explain that a couple of years ago, when I saw other people doing a similar business, going to convention in their videos and photos, I mocked the shit out of it. I was like, oh, I bet they're chanting and still singing Kumbaya and just being a general cow and judgmental about it. So it is kind of funny that I'm now preaching the same thing that maybe that they did, albeit a different business. I was wrong. And that's not an easy thing for me to admit. And it's not just doing this business that's led me to that. I'm also studying counseling, which I think is just generally making me a nicer person. It's taught me empathy, understanding, also having kids and being older in my life, and us going through a few things financially. It was easy for me before to sit back and be judgmental about it. And, oh, sorry, my arm's going a bit funny. It's easy for me to be judgmental about it. But now that's not going to get me anywhere. That'll get me, a couple of lols maybe, but it won't get me anywhere. What's getting me somewhere was stopping being so judgmental and actually asking a couple of questions about what this business was about. So I know everyone posts about payday, and people like me, I would have been going, oh, who gives a crap? We all get paid. No one posts about it. The reason why we're posting about it is because you can have that wage too. So back with my old job, I wouldn't post about I maybe did post every now and then about getting paid and going and buying things, because I've always been a social media oversharer, let's face it. But what we want is everybody to share in what we're doing, because we are going to make a lot of money out of this, and the business is really cool. No, it's a win-win for everybody. Nobody's getting ripped off here. We're selling an amazing product. You're getting it at a good price. It's very competitive for what it is. And all it is instead of them having an advertising budget, we're doing it and we're getting paid for it. So it's there. There's honestly, I'm still a year into it, and there is not one thing that I can find, albeit granted, the marketing strategies and the posts, sure, they can be cringy. I'm not an idiot. I'm not completely brainwashed. I do understand that. I'm well aware of it. We all are. But the fact of the matter is that today, I'm going to talk about it. Here's another thing that I swore I'd never do, was my payday. And I paid for flights to go to Las Vegas for my sister's hands next year. I also paid 2 payments on my very overdue credit cards. I couldn't have done that before. And all I'm doing is sharing with people an amazing product. So not only do I get paid for it, but I also get texts from people saying how great their skin is now. I mean, there's really, other than, yes, I'm well aware of it, the cringy posts or whatever it might be, but who cares? People were judging me on Facebook anyway, so I might as well make money out of it. So when we talk about payday, or when we talk about, oh, I'm working from here, or hard day at the office, or whatever that might be, sure, you might roll your eyes at it. But what we want is for that person who might be pissed at their job, or sick of the commute, or whatever it might be, for whatever your reason, you might be happy in your job and that's awesome, or you might not have a job and that's awesome, whatever. But what it might be is that that person sitting there on the Monash waiting to get to work into their office goes, you know what, stuff it, I'm going to try this. And that's who those posts are aimed at. They're not aimed at anybody to make them feel bad about their office job or bad about, I feel a little bit soapboxy here, but I just really want people to know that none of these posts are directed at upsetting anybody or putting people down or putting, particularly mums who work. The last thing I would personally ever want to do. I've always worked from home, so, and I've whinged about it too, because there are shit times from doing that. But I also like the ability to be flexible. I can work from anywhere. I have always been able to work from anywhere. So it's not such a huge change for me in that. And now I've kind of lost train of thought of where I was going with this. But I just wanted everybody to know is that the whole convention thing is really exciting. This business is going to skyrocket. So please, 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 I'm begging anyone, even if you want to have a go at me about things, let's chat, because who knows? You could be wrong, or, I might be wrong. Whatever. Just if you have the slightest interest in it, just ask a couple of questions, because you might be surprised about how it all works. And you could, like I was, be really wrong. And I'd love to have everybody come and do this with me, because it's fun. I have been talking for 6 minutes now, and I have no idea how I'm even going to upload this to any kind of social media. So, bye.